The sun hung high over the Caribbean island, threatening the beachgoers with intimidating rays of heat. Underneath an umbrella, Corinne Thomas sat with a cocktail on a foldable table at her side. When she landed at Clayton J. Lloyd International Airport, Corinne made a beeline straight to the tiny beach that sat just east of Puerto Rico and the Virgin Islands. Corinne was no stranger to Anguilla. For the 2 years she'd been a stewardess, having an extended layover there had become her time to take a load off. During those intervals, Corinne would find the spot where she could relax and pretend to be someone else for the small window of time she was held up. In the beginning, Corinne changed her identity as a safety hazard. She couldn't go around telling strangers her government name. It felt silly keeping up the pretense. But after it became common, Corinne stepped into her role quite nicely. Corinne changed quickly in the airport restroom, grabbing a small tan beach chair and table. On her shoulder, she carried a large beach bag, and she didn't take the time to check into her hotel for the one night she would be there. Instead, Corinne led a trek to the sand and removed the dress she was wearing to reveal a mini metallic bikini. Auburn skin covered her body. Long arms and curvaceous thighs oozed through the thin straps and skimpy bottom, as if it had been manufactured out of Willy Wonka's chocolate factory. Now, she was stretched out on the lounge chair with the huge beach hat on top of her jet black mane that hung straight down and trimmed the top of her shoulders. Her mind was in another place as she brought the cocktail to her lips for a sip. More specifically, her mind was in Miami, Florida. It had been 7 days since Hurricane Jasper flew through her hometown of Miami from the Florida Keys. The hurricane caught all of the residents by surprise, since news reports stated earlier that the storm wouldn't hit until a week after it did. At the time, Corinne had been homebound in Miami, along with her best friend, Camilla Augustina, and Camilla's parents. Because of the sudden storm, they all took immediate cover, and for a long while, none of them knew if they would make it out unharmed, with the torrential winds and rain that slammed against the house's foundation. Only when Camilla's boyfriend, and now fiancé Hunter Valentine, emerged with his brother Xavier by his side to help them out, did the foursome know the storm had passed. A small smile cornered Corinne's lips as her mind conjured Xavier's mahogany brown skin that was distributed down his thick neck, muscular arms, and toned shoulders. Dark brown eyes stood out in her foresight, and his lids were draped as his orbs reached out to her with a piercing sting.